What's the Deal podcast.
Turn it up.
What's up, y'all, man? On today's episode of What's the Deal podcast, man, you know, what's the deal, man? We is about helping our people out in the community and seeing what we could do to better each and all. So today we got a special guest coming from the south side of Chicago, good close friend of mine. You know, it's time to take control of your financial future, you know. Over at H&H Credit Repair and Finance Services, we got my main man Sergio Butler in the building. What's up, Brody?
How y'all doing?
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to What's the Deal.
What's up, man?
Thanks for
First
having
of all, I want to thank you for taking your time out to come out and help and come on to What's the Deal, man. I really appreciate you for coming on the show today, man. But I'm going to get right off into it, man. What is the first step that someone needs to do to set themselves financially free out here in 2022, 2023?
Okay. So, well, basically, you want to understand the basics of financial literacy.
There you go.
And it all starts with credit to put you in position to do the things that you want to do. Because a lot of people don't got money to capital. Don't got access to capital. So credit is something that you can use to gain access to capital without you spending your own money to invest in another business to start becoming successful and making money for yourself, basically making a living.
Can you give us some examples of capital?
Basically just money, getting business credit, high limit credit cards, positioning yourself to have the status to be able to get approved for that stuff and use it and leverage it to invest into a business and make money versus coming out of your pocket with your own money. Or sometimes some people may not even have any money at all. But if they got the credit status, they're able to go to these banks and pull a bag out of thin air and invest in the business.
I always said that using a debit card is pretty irrelevant nowadays. If you're using your credit card for every purchase, you think that'd be a smart idea for someone with strong credit already, but they trying to build their credit usage up. I mean, you know, your access to credit. You thinking having a debit card is kind of irrelevant nowadays?
Yeah. Having a debit card is completely irrelevant because I look at it like this. You want to benefit from the dollar twice.
Right.
So when you spend a debit card, you don't benefit at all. That dollar is gone. But when you use a credit card, you get reward points that you can redeem for cash back, travel, hotel stays, and so on and so on. So that dollar, you benefited twice. You got the product that you spent it on. You used your money that you already had to pay it off. And in return, you got blessed with reward points that you can use for cash back to buy you some groceries. You can use them for a free flight points or hotel. It's a lot of perks that you can use to take advantage of when you use a credit card versus debit card. So I advise everybody to use credit over debit.
Yeah, correct.
And when you use your credit, when you're using credit card, that goes good on your credit too.
Exactly.
You're getting good.
You accumulate history.
I'm making a mental note of that because here I am at 37 years old. I'm a young old bitch. Hey, cousins. I ain't mean to say to be wired. He's a credit specialist. But anyway, at 37 years old, I'm just now educating myself about credit. I just got my first credit card.
Why is that?
It's shit. Growing up in the black community, in the black household, that's not talked about.
At all.
Credit is not talked about.
At all.
Shit, my mom and them had they lights in my name.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to tell y'all business,
But that's
it's
a good
true.
thing though.
Cable bill, light bills, and myself and my brother's name. So by the time I was 19, I'm not gonna say my credit was shot, but it was not good credit already. I didn't have a good credit line.
What can a person do in that situation?
They didn't have the information then though.
What can a person do, though, in that situation to build from that? What are some of the steps you could take in that situation to build from that starting off with fresh credit? What's one of the first steps that you recommend?
Well, one of the first steps I recommend is basically getting your credit report pulled up to see exactly what's on there and what needs to be dealt with to take it off, to put you in position to obtain good credit. Like she said, I'm gonna touch back on what you said when you said that you had bills in your name from previously what your family members did when you was young. A lot of us was in that situation too, and those are the people that come to me to get those type of things taken off their credit report, so I can help them get in a position to build up and so on and so on. So, what can they do? Get your credit reports pulled up. Understand the basics on how to read the credit report, so you understand what you're reading and what needs to be done to the credit report to get you in a certain position. So that's what I suggest. Learning how to get your credit reports pulled up, and something as simple as getting your credit report pulled up, you will be amazed that a lot of people don't know how to do that.
Yeah, facts.
So
Yeah.
Experian.com will give you a free credit report and that's an accurate credit bureau. A lot of people use Credit Karma. Credit Karma it's a good site, but it's not always accurate and up to date.
I use
It's
both.
like what they call it, like a Vantage score.
Yeah, it's a Vantage score. So you got a FICO score and a Vantage
Vantage
score. Your Vantage score is just an estimate of your information. Everybody information in America is public. So companies like Credit Karma is able to gather that data and give you a Vantage score, an estimate of your credit score of what it may look like based off the data that they bought without your consent and things of that nature. And I can go deep into how to stop them from being able to do that, but I'll let y'all come
Just
with the
give us a little bit of it then.
All
Just
right.
dig a little deep in the for man. For what's the deal?
So you got what you call secondary credit bureaus. They are Innovis, SageStream, CoreLogic, and ARS. Those are the data companies that house all of our data in America. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are the 3 credit bureaus that everybody know about, but they don't really regulate nothing. They just host your information. But we all think that those are the big dogs. Those are the people that make the calls. But whenever you communicate with them to get anything done to your credit report, they running it back to the 4 secondary bureaus that I just told you about: Innovis, SageStream, CoreLogic, and ARS. So to prevent, from what I said, to prevent companies like Credit Karma from getting your information and just sending you unwanted offers, or sometimes you may get a letter in the mail from NetSpend and your name already pretty shining on it. Well, you can go inside those secondary bureaus and do what they call place an opt-out on your credit reports in those bureaus, place a security freeze on your reports. That way, no third-party entities like Credit Karma can buy or get access to your data without your consent to do things like report an inaccurate credit report on you on they platform, or basically send you unwanted offers, filling up your mailbox with a lot of stuff that you ain't even asked for.
Yeah.
So that's just one of the small things that those 4 secondary bureaus do. They do a lot more. They deal with a lot more. But in the sense of talking about credit, that is where your data is really held at and housed at and basically distributed.
Yeah, that's some deep information right there, man. And is it a good time to purchase a home right now? What you think?
It all depends on your situation. I say that. I'm not too deep into real estate, but I can give you some insight. So it all depends on your situation right now. Right now, the economy is up and down.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it depends on your situation.
Yeah, so man, if you out there listening, man, you know, if you're ready to purchase a home or whatever, just make sure that you got your ducks lined up in order. And you know, that's what we here for today on our show, is to enlighten our people and help our people out. And you know, but like in my situation, I'm ready to start getting off into the credit union myself. And what's some advice you think I could do personally for me to get me in the credit union?
Okay, so with a credit union, that's a good choice, by the way. You wanted to become a part of a credit union because they got a little bit more benefits than a regular bank.
Yeah.
And they are a relationship-based bank, so it's easier for you to get access to the things that they offer just by building a relationship with
I
them.
just found
Now,
that
credit
out
unions,
today.
for people that don't know, what's credit union?
Right.
For those that don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Credit union is banks like Navy Federal,
Yeah.
Alliant, PSEU, things of that nature. Those are credit unions. They
It's a
different
credit
from
one at
banks.
my house.
Basically, like they local banks,
Like I got
they
Navy
community
Federal.
banks, and they just for the people. Versus like a Chase or a BOA, who for the masses.
Yeah.
You know, and they got a lot of restrictions to take advantage of perks and benefits that they offer. So I would say stick with your local credit unions to get access to the bag, because it's certain things that they got to do to meet certain quotas to give out that bag. So sometimes they just giving it out. And a lot of people don't know about credit unions because we so stuck on the big banks, Chase, Bank of
True.
America, but
Facts.
we're not even messing with them.
Yeah.
And Alliant is a credit union that you can just make a small donation to become a part of. And a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, correct. What are some of the things that you can offer, some of your services that you can offer to people who are struggling with financial things?
Okay, so for one, I teach people how the importance of financial literacy and how to benefit from credit. So I can offer you help to fix your credit and put you in a position to do whatever your goal is and conquer it. I also have a call center. I own a call center business where I employ people to work for their favorite Fortune 500 companies from home. All you have to do is be 18 years or older and have a laptop. And that call center is called Your Way Solutions. So you can work for companies like Walgreens.
Say that
Home-
again, bro, down on the bottom of the screen. Y'all check it out.
Yeah. So the call center is called Your Way Solutions. I give you opportunity to work for your favorite Fortune 500 companies from the comfort of your home. Who don't like making money from the comfort of their home?
Yeah.
So you can work for companies like Walgreens, Home Depot, Movada Care, a lot of tech companies, a lot of energy companies, Neiman Marcus, and so on and so on. There's a lot of companies that we partner with. That's our clients that we got contract with to employ people to work from home.
Yeah.
Have y'all always been that way? Has it always been a work from home employment opportunity, or?
Yeah. So basically, it's always been a work from home employment opportunity. It's just that now I own a business and bringing jobs to my people.
Okay.
So I'm just doing it now.
Okay.
Yeah. Serial entrepreneur live in the building on What's the Deal podcast.
Now, once
man.
a person get their credit right, what's some steps they should take that's like a pretty much a guaranteed go?
All right. So I'm gonna say this all the time: understanding it. Because if you don't understand it, you don't know what directions to go. You don't even know where to go get help from. So understanding what credit is and the basis of credit is how to read your credit report. And then from there, if you need to repair it, get with an expert that can help you repair it the correct way. Because a lot of people out here do credit repair, but they don't do it the correct way. So get with an expert that can maybe do it the correct way and give you the right help that you need. After that, you just basically go and get active with credit. It's as simple as that. And you want to take out credit that aligns with your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not a traveler, what are you doing traveling, applying for a travel reward card? You ain't going to be able to reap the benefits because you don't fly frequently and things like that. So I say you take out credit based upon your lifestyle.
Yeah.
If you're a frivolously spender, you can get with Navy Federal, you can get a credit card called Go Rewards, where you are compensated for whatever you spend on a daily basis: gas, food, groceries, extinct. So basically, you want to get credit that suits your lifestyle.
Yeah. What can we find you at, man? What can we find this information at?
Oh, so y'all can find this information. Y'all can follow me at HH Credit, the number 1, not spelled out. Again, on IG, that's HH Credit, the number 1. I give out free consultations. You can text 773-709-0425. You can start your free consultation. I'll tell
Down
you
on the bottom of the screen. Say that again for us, our listeners.
You can start a free consultation with me at 773-709-0425.
Oh, man,
I have a
that's dope.
question before we go any further. So I spend a lot of my time on social media, right? The other day I saw an ad for another credit repair guy, and he was speaking on something called like a refusal to pay, to render payment slip or letter or note. Like, do you know what that is?
Yeah,
is that accurate?
It sounds like you're talking about a dispute letter. And when you said refusal away, he probably using the consumer law.
Whereas if they contact you, then it goes into effect or something like that. I can't remember the young man's name. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't remember his name. But
it's all good.
He speaks on credit often. And he said, like, okay, for instance, perfect example. I've recently had a truck that I was paying a note on. I've never been delinquent on a payment. I've never been late. I never, messed up with it. I've always paid on time, right? I'm at the last few payments of the truck. The motor's gone out. So I'm like, I owe $2,000 more on this truck. And I reached out. Hey, listen, can I pay y'all this amount of money because this truck is no longer running and I need to get a new truck and I don't want this to end up on my credit as a repo.
Right.
So, because I don't plan on paying it. I don't plan on paying it. I can't utilize the truck. So I was on Instagram, and it just so happens, how I know our phones be listening to us. I literally scrolled up, and this young man was on there, and he was saying something about a letter that he would send to certain businesses or, as a consumer, stating that you're not going to pay the remaining balance of whatever it is.
Okay.
And in response to that, if they were to contact you or break this agreement or, reach out to you in reference to this letter, that was the first step that they messed up at. Do you know anything about that? Like, is that even true?
Somewhat on how you explained it. And like I said, he probably referring to a consumer law.
Okay.
That basically you can communicate a pay for deletions to the creditor or credit bureaus to get that account off your credit report. And a lot of time people don't know that. And you owe something as low as $2,000 can definitely be turned into something that you can pay to get past that problem versus somebody that owed $20,000 and they want to do a pay for deletions and you may still have to pay over $10,000. You feel me, off that 20 or whatever they lower it to. By your number being low, a low amount that you owe, a pay for deletion would definitely work in your favor because let's just say they lower it to like $1,200. That's reachable versus $12,000.
They lowered it.
So it seems like he was referring to a pay for deletion letter using a specific consumer law to enforce that letter.
Okay.
That goes inside a dispute letter that you send to the creditors or credit bureaus.
That's dope. I can't appreciate how you spoke about credit unions and how important they are and how us as a minority, we don't really understand
Right.
how powerful credit unions are. I
Yep.
just found out today because
Mm-hmm.
I'm having this car issue. Found out today that my brother's fiance went into, well, she has Navy Federal as well, which is really good.
It's a good one.
Credit union. She was like, "Oh, T, you trying to find you a car?" She's like, "Well, just go to your credit union. Let them know that this is what you're trying to do." She said, "They just gave me $33,000." I was like, "What?"
You should always
You could
finance.
go to
You should
Carvana.
always finance through your bank or a credit union
Right.
versus financing from the dealership.
Listen, educate
That's
yourselves.
number one.
Yeah.
Educate yourselves
go
because
on
I had no
Carvana.
idea about this.
And
Like
with Navy-
Carvana, they'll do the Navy Federal.
Yeah, and with
real
Navy
good
Federal,
that.
they specifically got a program to help people finance and get cars.
That's what
This
she
what I
said.
noticed too. Also with banks and all that financing vehicles, when you go to purchase your home, certain banks will look at you like, "Well, you went for a vehicle first.
Yeah.
That's
before
what they
you
say.
came?
Yeah.
I just
You
did a
for
skit
home.
about
You
that.
went for a vehicle first."
This
And
lady
that
paid
stay
me.
longer.
Yeah, and they stay
Vehicles
longer,
stay
and they
longer
look
on
at you
the
like where your priorities at, man.
Yeah.
So I'm
Right.
glad we on the show. And if you out there, man, pay attention to these gems that we dropping today. And just like these gems that we dropping, we gonna get off into this ebook bundle, man, that you offering. The 6-figure blueprint, the plastic money book, and the step-by-step business program book that you offering on your website at H&H Credit.
So they can get those book at www.hhcredit1, O-N-E, www.hhcredit1.com. Those books are live and available for you. And basically, one of the books is the same exact blueprint that I've been using for 5 years to help people repair their credit and put them in a position to change their financial situation. So you can go buy that book. I think right now is on sale for $100. You can go back, get access to that information for $100 and execute, help yourself, and make money helping others.
$1 million worth of info for $100, y'all. Where you can find that at?
They can find that at www.hhcredit1.com. That's the word one and not the number. www.hhcredit1.com.
What about the step-by-step business program book you offer?
Yeah, so that's basically to help you establish, maintain, and build business and business credit. A lot of people don't know that business credit is really where the bag at. That's where you really get access to the capital at and be able to spend it to invest in things to get you to the next level. Versus you using like a personal credit card that has a high limit, that can hurt your utilization rate, which can hurt your credit.
99.9% of successful business uses business credit.
Business credit and business loan. So if you're looking to get access to capital, back to what I was saying, getting access to money, business credit is the route you want to take because you can spend it in large amounts without hurting your utilization rate, which because your utilization rate off your business credit don't report to your personal credit.
Yeah.
So if I had a personal credit card that has $20,000 on it, and I had a business credit card that has $20,000 on it, on this personal credit card, I can only use 10 to 30% without it affecting my credit report in a negative way. Versus this business credit, if I had a $20,000 limit, I can liquidate that, and that means basically turn the credit limit into cash and have $20,000 in cash in my hand to invest in the business.
Gold, straight gold.
So
But on the flip side, it's a lot of people who still don't understand that.
that's why I say
And
understand.
really like
Me.
tell them about because
Hey.
when I started my business, to be honest with you, I started the wrong way,
Right.
out the pocket, because I just had to do it.
That's how we all
Because,
started.
a lot
Same
of us
here,
start, and when you do that, you learn the hard way because
Mm-hmm.
you always trying to fight back. You always trying to fight back, and a lot of times that's the most discouraging part that
Mm-hmm.
people will give up at. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds real easy.
It
All
do.
that
It
sounds
do.
real educational. But it's a lot of people that's and don't be afraid to ask questions either. I'm
At
not
all.
an expert at it, but I made enough mistakes to understand. You know what I'm saying? Where I had to get like a started with a secure credit card.
Yeah.
With like a small limit. It was only like $500.
Mine's too.
You dig what I'm saying? I started off that way.
And a
You know what
secure
I'm
credit
saying?
card,
For
secure
real.
credit card, when we was conversating before the show started, is something that everybody can do.
Right.
'Cause
Listen,
you can
like,
just
tell
you can
them
just
that.
you can just
Tell
go
them
to
that.
you can just go to your bank and tell them you want to open up a secure credit card or a secured loan. And basically what this is you learning how to convert from using your debit from using your debit to using your credit. So with a secure credit card, let's just say you bank with Chase. You can go to Chase and say, "Hey, I want to open up a secure credit card." They will require you to put down a certain limit, maybe $200 to $500,
Yep.
and you can put that cash down and use that card because you was going to spend it anyway on whatever you need to spend it
Whatever
on.
it
is. Yeah.
So
For
why
real.
not benefit from the dollar twice?
Yeah.
So
Put it on that
don't be
secure credit
afraid to
card.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put it on a secure credit card and use that credit card. for whatever gas, light bill, phone bill, whatever small thing that you was going to pay.
I only use mine for
Just
gas.
like we said,
Right.
the debit card is obsolete. You can really run and pay all your bills through your checking account through your mobile app.
Yep.
Yeah.
The debit card, if you really
Or get
responsible
direct
enough,
deposit and stuff like that.
cut that debit card up if you're ready to go, man. And
Yeah,
like
I'm not.
like I'm saying, if you're ready, he got a do-it-yourself credit repair guide for $100, man.
For real.
What's
Now
to this
imagine that,
do-it-yourself credit guide? What's to that?
Just for basically for people who can't afford a service of someone offering to fix their credit. A lot of people can't afford $500 to $2,000 to fix their credit.
So you're gonna give them to him for $100
For
straight like that?
$100, I put it together for you using the same steps, laws, and dispute letters that I've personally been using for $500 to help thousands of people fix their credit. It's on my site, ready for you to go get it and take advantage and execute on the information.
Super
And I
dope.
know people who done spend thousands, man, and still they at the same step that they started at, bro.
Yeah.
So if you got the 100, like, understand that part.
you got that
I got 98.
You dig what I'm saying?
I got
I'll do it.
98.
Hey,
I
if
do
you
it
like-
for you
if you
because
like
it
and
ain't
you-
really about the dollar. A lot of people, and if
Yeah.
you're watching this, you coming to follow my page. If you really don't got $100 with me, I just want my people to have this information.
There you
So
go.
it ain't really about the dollar. If you don't, if you can't afford my service, and even if you can't afford my ebook to do it yourself, let me know what you got.
Yeah.
I'll work with you.
Y'all blow that DM down, man. Where can they find that?
Again, y'all can
Instagram
find
at?
me on IG at HHCredit1, the number 1, HHCredit1. And you could text 773-709-0425 for a free consultation. Also, if you're willing to work from home, making money from the comfort of your home, you can text 833-370-2021. Text the word WORK to 833-370-2021, and we'll get you signed up to work for Your Way Solutions.
Oh
Hey,
man, that's
and
dope.
if you like, share, and subscribe through What's the Deal page, you might get you a discount.
I might get you a
Let's do it.
deal.
You might.
We gonna work something out.
You
Let's do
did.
it.
We gotta
You
work
might.
that
Work
out.
something out. We
You know, I
gonna
just
work
said that on
something
the
out
fly,
with 'em.
y'all.
Yeah.
So
No,
like,
no,
share, and
you know what?
subscribe,
We're gonna
and
do
let's
we're gonna
that.
do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. Everybody that follow and DM me and mention What's the Deal podcast, you get my ebook for $50.
What's
There
your
you go.
Instagram?
Y'all like how I
Say
sold
that
that?
Instagram
Y'all
again.
like how I
Instagram
sold
again.
Say that
that?
Instagram again.
HHCredit1. At HHCredit1. DM me. You have to mention What's the Deal podcast. Say I seen you on there, and I'm gonna give you my ebook for $50. $50 a piece. Not all three for $50.
Which one they get? The do-it-yourself book?
Either one you want, whichever can help your situation. I got a
There y'all
DIY
go.
credit repair guide, a business credit ebook, and a funding ebook, which teaches you how to go after high-level credit cards and obtain them and what to do with them, basically.
There you
And don't be
go.
scared of that word loan. That be getting people shook. I don't want to pay
Yeah.
nobody back. And
I love loans.
You need it though.
Mm.
You know what I'm
What?
saying? Like,
Did you like
need
that
it.
PPP loan?
I loved it.
And it ain't no sense walking around with no 700, 800 credit score bragging about it, but you ain't using that.
Yeah.
money.
Exactly.
The credit score really is obsolete nowadays, Sergio. So like I said,
No,
it's
it ain't.
about it is. It's
Well-
about how much access to credit you have.
Yeah, it's about your
You can have
report.
that number.
It's
Them
about
people
your
looked
report.
at my credit score the other day and wouldn't give me another damn car.
It's not about your score. It's about
It's not.
how much access to credit you have.
Those-
Oh yeah, I ain't got much.
A lot of people pay attention to those 3-digit numbers on your credit report. They mean something, but not as much as what's on your credit report
There
when
you
you
go.
go into like an underwriter,
Yeah.
a bank, or anything of that nature to obtain credit. They want to see if you're worthy enough for this money that you're asking for. And if your credit report don't reflect that, then you're going to have problems. You're going to have to come see me or buy my ebook and do it yourself.
Yeah. So
There we go.
on What's the Deal, we always break it down from the highs to everybody. So for the people who had an ear infection when they was a baby and they really just kind of slow, can you break it down, the services that you can offer, like with child support? Can you take this off? Can you take late payments off? Can you take off student loans or name some of the services for the people that's in the back who had an ear infection since they was 3?
Okay, so everything he just named, we really can take off. You can dispute anything off your credit report, no matter if you own it or not, no matter if you paid on it or not. It's all about the consumer laws that you use to get that stuff off your credit report. So student loans, bankruptcies, collections, old credit cards, unwanted credit cards, closed accounts, credit inquiries, whatever it is that's holding your credit score down, we can help you get that off.
There you go. There you go. And that's awesome information to have, man. That's
And when
awesome
you get that
information.
off, you put in a position to now build up on the position that you're trying to get to. So having that negative stuff on your credit report is a lot It's the first step you should take care of when you're trying to fix your credit. Is get the negative stuff off your credit report. So now you're in a position to do things to build up your actual credit score, like add a trade line or go get a secured credit card like we talked about earlier to get you to that certain status.
Yeah, man. That's super dope information, man. And thank you for coming on the show and dropping these gems. And one more time for the people with Instagram and your website and where they can get this dope information that you offer.
Yeah, y'all can find me on www.hhcredit1, that's the word one.com, www.hhcredit1.com. You can text 773-709-0425 for a free credit consultation. And if you need the opportunity to work from home for your favorite Fortune 500 companies like Neiman Marcus, Walgreens, and Home Depot, you can text 833-370-2021. Text the word WORK to 833-370-2021.
And one more thing. At What's the Deal, my cousin Tierra, Bugatti, tell them Razor Red and sent you. You get a 50% discount.
Yeah.
You get a 50% discount, man. If
I
you let
approve
him
of
know.
that.
He'll approve of that. Let's get it, y'all. What's the deal?